Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Is the silver price explosion over? Was that a false flag? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. I'm going to be explaining what's happening and where silver prices will be headed next. Before we start, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 300 likes. Everyone hit that like button if you love precious metals. Smash that like button if you're bullish for silver. Also, make sure you're subscribed because I post 2 to 3 videos a day giving you the newest, latest, most up-to-date recent information in the world of precious metals. You want to stay tuned for that because so many things are happening, especially nowadays. You want to stay informed and in the loop. So with that said, the link to this article from Seeking Alpha will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. It's a very long article, so I probably will just summarize most of it, but if you want to go on and continue reading, the link will be in the article. With that said, let's jump into it. So gold and silver, very overbought. So gold and silver are extremely overbought today. Popular sentiment has grown greedy and euphoric with a fear of missing out buying flaring dramatically. And this is exactly what I was talking about happening, impulse buying. The people that didn't accumulate silver, that didn't buy silver, the people that doubted silver when it was cheap and when you should have been buying it, they're buying it now because they're afraid it's going to keep going higher and this is their last chance. So they want a piece of the silver pie. And it's causing a lot of overbought territory. Now, this is not necessarily good. We talk about new investors, new people like you and I, but, investing from big business company. But there's also a lot of people that came over from stocks, a lot of people that came over from cryptocurrency, and a lot of people that are just hearing about it, that are getting into the investing world, and there's a lot of new stackers, period. So that's forced both gold and silver to be very stretched into levels relative to their baseline 200 DMAs, which is daily moving averages. Such extremes have warned of up legs topping in these bull markets, heralding rebalancing sell-offs. These essential sell-offs erupting periodically in all bull markets should be embraced. And that's what I was talking about over the past couple of days. A correction is expected to come, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. It's healthy, actually. They offer the best buy low opportunities ever seen within ongoing bulls. They also keep bulls healthy, like I just mentioned. And when a correction does occur, if the price does drop back down to like $22, $21, it's only an opportunity to buy your gold and silver for cheaper, right? You shouldn't be afraid. You should actually be looking at this as an opportunity. Glass half full, not half empty. A lot of people want silver to keep going up, up, up. But if it does that, it's going to crash, crash, crash. It has to go up a little bit, and then it has to drop a little bit. And if you've been in the investing world for any time, you know this. But since there's a lot of new investors, they don't know about this stuff. So they'll panic sell and impulse buy. So, both gold and silver surged dramatically higher this past week, propelled by torrents of investment capital deluging in. The resulting major new highs are really exciting, unleashing widespread of fear of missing out buying. But the precious metals' blistering jumps have left them very overbought. They have come so far so fast, they are at above technical extremes that have proven unsustainable, so caution is in order here. Gold and silver are powering higher on balance in secular bull markets that have been running for years, and their fundamental underpinnings are stronger than ever. The Fed's astoundingly epic money printing since mid-March's stock panic has catapulted stock markets to dangerous bubble valuations, and the vast majority of investors have yet to diversify their stock-heavy portfolios with counter-moving precious metals. Nevertheless, even with the strongest bull markets never move up in nice straight lines, right? They never just go up. They are always in an alternating series of major up legs and then corrections. Bull market price action looks like a sine wave meandering around the best fit uptrend line. This flowing then ebbing bull market structure is hugely beneficial to traders, offering plenty of mid-bull opportunities to buy relatively low, then later sell relatively high. It's supposed to be buy low, sell high, right? Buy it while it's low, sell it while it's high. Buy the dips, sell the tops. And a lot of times right now, people are selling. People that bought silver at $14, $15 a couple months ago, or several months ago, they see silver at $23 and they're ready to sell. That's a huge profit, especially for precious metals in a short amount of time. Usually precious metals is a very slow-paced investment. It's not really a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a quick buck. If you're looking for a quick buck or a get-rich-quick scheme, Precious metals is not the answer, right? You might as well try Bitcoin or go back in a time machine and buy Bitcoin three years ago. But right now, people are viewing precious metals as a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's simply not that. If we're talking about $50 silver, $100 silver, this is going to be happening over the next several years, not the next several months, as some will display it, right? You want to make sure that you're not living in a fantasy world. You got to look at the reality of the market. It's a much slower paced market. So anyways, this 2 steps forward, 1 step back cadence greatly expands the potential gains bull markets offer. So periodic pullbacks or bigger corrections should be embraced, not feared. Their mission is to rebalance sentiment, bleed off the excess greed, ubiquitous late and major uplegs that prevents bulls from burning out prematurely, right? Look what happened in 2011. Silver hit $50, but did it stay there for too long? It crashed overnight. If we want silver to stay at $50 and build foundation there and stability there, there has to be more of this up and down movement. Prevailing sentiment, so periodic pullbacks or bigger corrections should be embraced, not feared. Their mission is to rebalance sentiment. So that prevents bulls from burning out prematurely, sucking in too much future buying too fast, exhausting their upside potential. Sell-offs are healthy. Prevailing sentiment, popular greed, or fear is ultimately the arbiter of when bull market uplegs shift to bull market corrections and vice versa. While sentiment is ethereal and impossible to measure, it can be inferred. The more bullish traders are on the sector, the more calls for its big gains to extend indefinitely. And more capital flowing in, the more greedy and even euphoric sentiment is. Excessive greed kills uplegs. That's a finite amount of capital available to chase any upleg, adding to its gains, where greed grows potent enough to fuel widespread fear of missing out, which buying is pulled forward from coming weeks and months. That soon exhausts capital or available capital firepower to keep driving prices higher, leaving a void of demand with enthusiastic buyers effectively all in. The balance of capital flow power shifts to sellers. Since traders herd psychology drives buying and selling, which moves prices, sentiment is also evident in price action. Overboughtness is a hard empirical technique or technical measure of how fast prices have rallied. As bull market uplegs start peaking, prices surge too far, too fast to be sustainable, like I was mentioning. This week, warnings are flashing that gold and silver are entering that precarious state where odds increasingly favor imminent sell-off. So, not saying that silver's not going to hit $25 within the next coming months. It just right now we might have a small correction. It could last a day, it could last a week, it could last a couple weeks, it could last a couple months. Who knows? But I'm definitely bullish for silver in the mid to long term. The short term is irrelevant to me, right? Because I'm not planning on selling for 10, 15, 20 years. So what happens, what silver's doing on a day-to-day price it allows me to see where I can buy, right? The only time I'm looking at silver's day-to-day price is if I'm looking to buy silver. But if I'm not buying silver, if I'm just in this holding limbo stage with my stack, the day-to-day price really doesn't matter, because it could drop down to $5 by next year and still be at $50 by, within the next 5-10 years. So anyways, 200 DMAs, which is the daily moving average, the average closes of the last 200 trading days, make ideal technical baselines from which to measure how far and fast prices have rallied. 200 DMAs aren't static, so they are rendered obsolete by changing prevailing price levels. Instead, 200 DMAs are dynamic, constantly adapting to differing prices, but they change so gradually the outsized price move rally really stand out compared to these key baselines. So now it kind of goes into the ETF side of it, really technical, a chart standpoint, analytical levels. If you want to read in that, I'm just gonna scroll down to some of the summary and the end result. So a lot of times the signals are within the charts, whether it's triangle formations, everything, because this guy goes in deep to the silver technicals from 2016 to 2020. A lot of you are new stackers, and this is all going to be a different language to you guys, so I'm not going to go into this. If you want to read all that, the link is in the description, but I definitely want to go back down here, and it starts off to say, where's it at? So, okay, here it is. The bottom line is gold and silver are extremely overbought today. Popular sentiment has grown greedy and euphoric, with fear of missing out buying flaring dramatically. That has forced both gold and silver to be very stretched levels relative to their baseline 200 DMAs. Such extremes have warned of up legs topping in these bull markets, heralding rebalancing sell-offs ranging from fairly mild pullbacks to severe corrections. These essential sell-offs erupting periodically in all bull markets should be embraced. They offer the best buy low opportunities ever seen within ongoing bulls. They also keep bulls healthy, helping to maximize their ultimate durations and gains. Extreme overboughtness warns trader to prepare for essential retreats after prices charge higher. Stop losses can be ratcheted tighter, preserving bigger gains when sell-offs emerge. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of ironic that the price needs to go down for it to go up even higher. And that's a weird thing for a lot of people to grasp and comprehend, but it's true, and this video explains why it's true. You don't want anything to just keep going up. That's not healthy. It's imploded, and that's what Bitcoin did, and that's why Bitcoin crashed so hard not to recover, like this article says. If it drops a little bit here and there, it can go even higher. If Bitcoin would have been around $10,000, dropped back down to around 6,000 or 7,000, then went up to like 13, 14, and then dropped back. But since Bitcoin just went up to 20,000 so fast, it never got back to that level. And it's sitting around $9,000 today. So hopefully gold and silver don't do that. Hopefully silver has some stability, has some legs under its feet, has some foundation built. And that's what we're seeing, right? We are seeing this. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you thought this video was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. We have a 300 like goal on this video, so smash that like button. Let's see if we can get it. We're approaching 29,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough for the insane support. The link to this article from Seeking Alpha will be in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.